and welcome to another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. Today, we're going to unbox and take a look at Cartographers Heroes. Now, this is from Thunderworks Games, and this looks somewhat familiar. And you might be saying, have I already covered this? Well, I did cover Cartographers, the original, and this is Cartographer Heroes. Both of these are standalone games. Both of these, they can be integrated. You can play them together. I mean, there are some changes to Heroes and there are some things that are in Cartographers that are not in Heroes. I think like the Ruin cards. And in Heroes, of course, adds Heroes. But the gameplay is generally the same. And there's some expansions to Cartographers that can be used with either one. And those are basically new maps. So what is Cartographer Heroes? I'll put a link to Cartographers in my video down below so you can see what that is about. But basically, Cartographers is in the genre of roll and write, but it's really kind of a flip and write. You're going to be flipping cards over that are going to show certain types of terrains and certain patterns. Think of Tetris. So you're going to have a terrain type and a pattern, and you need to mark that out on your map. You are a cartographer. And so you're going to be filling in the portions of the map. You're going to decide which one of the, it's going to give you choices between, the different types of kind of Tetris pieces, or, the boxes that you have to fill in, the shapes. But you have to fill in that, pick one of the shapes, and then fill in that terrain in this box. And so you're going to be flipping these over and filling these in, and there's going to be certain goals that you're trying to accomplish that's going to give you victory points, and there's certain, there might be spaces on the board that you have to either avoid, on your map that you might have to avoid, or you might have to fill in, or you might get a coin, and coin helps you get victory points and the like. So, again, it's kind of a roll and write mentality where there's going to be a result of something, in this case, a flip of a card, and then you need to write, you need to fill it in on your map. And again, you're a cartographer, so you're filling out a map. And that's one of the things I really like about this is it thematically, it's interesting because you feel like you're filling in a map. You're creating, in this case, a fantasy map. You got some dragons there. You're creating a fantasy map for this land. So it's almost like you're exploring the land and finding, new terrain and mapping it out. So, and the original video, or the video for the original, I talk a little bit about my background. I have a degree in geography, and one of my degrees is geography, and cartography or maps and the like have always been kind of a huge interest of mine. So anyway, enough of that. Let's look at the rules here. And in my previous video, I kind of opened it up. I hadn't played it yet. I saw some videos about it, but since that unboxing, which is, shows you about the bits, but probably didn't give you as much of the gameplay as I just did, I played it since then with my girls, and they liked it. They found this game interesting. We don't play a lot of roll or flip and writes. I have a few, and they generally think they're okay. They don't love and they don't hate. This one they liked. They did like this one and found that this was kind of interesting. So you're going to have your map sheets. You're going to have pencils. You have these edict cards, and that's going to be like the goal you're going for, or the scoring cards is the goal you're going for. The edict cards are the different phases that you're going in. You have the explore cards, the season cards. The season cards are going to tell you there's going to be 4 seasons. Imagine that. And this tells you here you're going to be scoring A or B in this case, or scoring A and B. So that's going to be kind of your goals when you're trying to fill out your map for that season. And not all the different edicts are going to be scored, or scoring cards are going to be scored every season, just a certain number, just 2 per season. Then you have these hero cards, which is new, and you have these ambush cards. Ambush cards get shuffled into the normal explore cards, and when they come out, well, they ambush you. Those are monsters or traps or things that as you're exploring the new lands, they kind of mess up your whole mess up your day. And so you're going to have to, they might wipe out some stuff or mark off some stuff on the map that and kind of mess up your plans of how you were trying to score for that round. Here's the game setup, which is very simple, as you can see. This is what a general layout looks like. And then you can play this solitaire, or you can play it up to, what did they say on here? How many people can play this? I mean, as many as you want to give pads to, I think. But I think there might be a limit of how many people they have. I didn't look at the bottom of the back of the box here. It says here 1 to 100. Look at there. So I told you it's unlimited. I think they only say 100 because I think you have 100 sheets. So the minute you use one of those sheets, you're down to 1 to 99. Here's how to play. You have the explore phase, draw phase. Here's the type of terrains. And that's, you're going to be drawing that symbols on the map in the shapes depending upon what explore card is out there, which one you choose. So there's an example of it right there. Resolving ambushes. Again, those are bad things. Then resolving heroes. This is a little bit new thing here, having these heroes. And then it tells you how to resolve those. And I think that they might kind of replace the ruins in the original Cartographers, which was kind of a different kind of card. So basically the same gameplay, you just have a couple of different, just 2 minor variants on that. And of course the maps are different as well. I'll get to that in a second. So you have end of season, end of game, and then scoring cards. And here's some FAQ on the different cards, if you have any questions about how they score. Here's combining games, talking about that. And then solo mode. There's obviously a solo mode in here. All right, there you have it. This is a Thunderworks catalog here for 2021. I think it's a little out of date. Anyway, we can look at that later. You're wanting to see what's in this box. And here's the pad. You get a pad of, like, I think there's like 100 in here. And that's the map on the front side. And so you've got some of these things that are already out there. And then you're going to have to build around them. So you got some coins in a mountain, and there's a whole mechanism of collecting the coins. Then the back side of the map is a little bit different. You got these dead spaces here, right? So a little bit different kind of map. And then there's some expansions that are just maps. They might add some cards, but they're mainly just maps that that you add that change up the gameplay a little bit. So then you get your pencils there. You have to have if it has right in it, then it's only right that they give you a pencil, right? Sorry about that. Here are the cards. The cards are nice. There's a little bit of a linen finish to them. You can see right here. Good thickness. I mean, they're decent quality cards there. These are ambush cards. See, they can really mess up your day. You have to do that. You have to do this symbol in that spot. And zombie plague, giant troll, gorgon gaze. You have some heroes. This is a new thing that's in here, and how you do that. But it's not overly complex. And then you've got your explore stuff. It's like, for example, a settlement, you have to do that symbol, and you can either choose to do 2 boxes and you get a coin. You can mark off a coin on your list, or you can do this. So you got to pick one of those. And once you write it on the map, it's on the map. Timber Grove. This one you can choose, but it has to be in this shape here. And there's a timing mechanism. You turn over the number of these is determined by the season. There'll be a number on that season card, I believe it is. I can't remember once I played it, but once you hit the time allotment, each one of these is kind of a allotment of time or action points. Once you hit that, then that season's over, and you play 4 rounds. So it just doesn't go on forever. You're going to have a limit based on that card. We'll get to one of those here in a second. So these are the edict card. Now, what is these? Oh, these are like the scoring cards. So this is what you're trying to what your in-game type scoring stuff. And tells you how many points you get for that. Interesting there. Ooh, Dwarven Holds. So we got a lot of cards here. And then this is so there's the number right there. So spring is going to last till you've done 8 points of these cards right here. And it could go to 9 because if you're at 7 and you flip over a 2, you still finish it. But that's the timing mechanism. And then so this will score A and B. This will score B and C, C and D. I'm dropping my cards everywhere. I'll just do that later. D and A. And then you got, these are the edict cards here. So these will lay out, so then what you put under it is going to tell you the scoring. So that tells you, so there's a randomization of A is going to change up every game you play, B is going to change up, and the like. So there you have it. That is what you get in a box of Cartographers Heroes. As I said, we enjoyed it. It doesn't take that much time. It's a nice, solid flip and write, which has some theme to it, right? I mean, you feel like you're filling in a map. You feel like you're drawing one of those fantasy maps. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me know what you think about this. Have you played Cartographers? Have you played Heroes? Do you like one or over the other? There's not a lot of changes between the two, but we like them. And but I wanted to get the Heroes just to see what that's like. And I think some of the expansions, at least one of the expansions, adds like another hero card. So they do add some different cards in some of those map packs, which are just really extra sheets of maps with different rules that they're going to throw some different things into the mix, like volcanoes and stuff like that. But then, you know, you're going to use the cards from this deck or these decks. And again, these are both standalone, and they can use any of the maps that are expansions. Anyway, thanks all. Let me know what your comments down below. Take care. Thanks for watching.